Eric Von Heller. Eric Von Heller. Their opponent now entering the ring from the French Alps at a weight of 454 pounds, standing 7 feet 4 inches tall, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant.
Well, there you have it, Andre the Giant going up against two opponents. The two of them combined just barely outweigh Andre the Giant. Eric Von Heller and the Masked Marauder. A combination there of about 560 some odd pounds. Andre the Giant, 454 pounds. He is from Grenoble, France. And a massive man, perfectly proportioned, I might add, as you can see. Forearm smash that had no effect, but Von Heller found out that is not the thing to do to Andre the Giant. Von Heller, well over 6 feet tall and being dwarfed here by Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant driving Von Heller back again. Von Heller stalking his man. The Masked Marauder now tags in, and we'll see what this man is capable of doing. Comes off the wall and driven back to the canvas. Back on his feet once again, and the Masked Marauder having his problems now with Andre the Giant. And this man, undefeated in competition, the undisputed king of the Battle Royals. Now the two of them attacking at once, and this could spell some problems for Andre the Giant. He has the two of them in simultaneous side headlocks, crashing their heads together, and the Marauder staggered. Von Heller down. Andre the Giant brings him way up into the air. Look at him pressing 265 pounds. Brought him into an atomic knee drop. Here he has the Masked Marauder. His weight is listed at 290 pounds. Driving him down. And Von Heller striking out at the back of Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant delivering some more punishment. Look at Von Heller coming off on his back, and Andre the Giant, at 265 pounds on his back, crushed him back into the turnbuckle. Andre the Giant, a headbutt that drove the Masked Marauder outside the ring. Andre whipped him around, caught him with that big size 21 shoe. Wow, crashing down on Von Heller. The count of three on Andre the Giant, and I want to try and get a chance to talk to him. Hold on just a second. I can get Andre the Giant to move down here for just a moment. This is going to be an interesting interview. Andre, you've proven once again that certainly there's no two men alive that are any match for you.
No. I like a good competition.
Well, you certainly had competition out there just now. Let me ask you this. I know that you're known now as the undisputed king of all the Battle Royals, that you specifically like those.
Yeah, I make lots of money with the Battle Royal.
No question about that. Andre, I know that, of course, you're from Grenoble, France, and you began early as an athletic career. You started off, you played hockey in
No, I played soccer for 4 years. Then I played rugby, and then I come in wrestling.
And, of course, that is where you've made tremendous inroads and tremendous marks. I didn't mean to say hockey. I meant to say soccer. In regards to all of this, let me ask you, how about your diet? How much food do you eat a day?
I eat lots of food, but not too much. And I like to eat many times, but not too much sometimes.
In other words...
if you eat 4 times, if you eat... I'm sorry, I'm not stuck on English.
Well, that's perfectly all right.
4 times what you eat.
4 times what I eat, and, yeah. I go.
From Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 320 pounds, Sterling Golden. Sterling Golden. Waiting at this time on his opponents to enter the ring. The referee is going to check on the men at this time.
Oh, really out of this. You're the promoter. What's the problem?
He's going to check on the men. Here they come now. From Georgia, weighing in at 238 pounds, Jack Poor. From New York, weighing in at 230 pounds, Curtis Brazil.
All right, Brazil and Poor going up against Sterling Golden. Now, Poor and Brazil will follow Australian tag team rules. They'll tag in and tag out. Means they'll have the opportunity of a respite, but Sterling Golden will not. Golden powers the man off very quickly. And Poor immediately reacting to the tremendous strength of Sterling Golden. Trying for a top wrist lock now. Golden keeps that pressure on him. Breaks it up again. And so Poor staggers back to his feet. Twice now he's attempted to move in on Sterling Golden, and twice to no avail. Now Golden drives the knee. Now the back of the elbow into the back of Jack Poor. Poor back on the canvas once again. Golden being warned not to use the fist. Golden brings him up. A full body slam on Poor. Again, Golden brings him up high. Vertical suplex. And did not allow the pin. Sterling Golden bringing his man back up. Pulled those shoulders off deliberately. Poor tried a couple of shots to the midsection, but did not have any effect on Sterling Golden. Brings him into a backbreaker. Again, did not allow the pin. Again, had the man where he could have pinned him, did not allow the pin. On him once again. Brazil has not had a chance to tag in as yet. And again, he did not allow the pin, and the referee now becoming totally frustrated with the actions of this man, Sterling Golden. Brazil came in. It is Sterling Golden moving in on him. Whips him off the ropes, caught him with a forearm. Poor closes in on him now. Poor staggered again by Golden. Golden now whips Brazil, so he's got both men in the ring at the same time. Poor hurtled out of the ring by Sterling Golden. And he puts Brazil in the Golden Squeeze. As Brazil in the Golden Squeeze, Poor is outside the ring. The referee calls for the bell. The referee calls for the bell, and it is all over. It is all over. And so Sterling Golden, in a very impressive victory over two men. There you see Stan Hansen coming out. And wait a minute. We have something going on here. We have a confrontation now between Tony Atlas and Sterling Golden, and we could have some problems right here and now. And he's asking to get into the ring right now. Golden just defeated two men, and quite a confrontation. He wants a contract. Well, I'll tell you what, that Sterling Golden is a big and impressive individual, Stan.
That's right. Anybody stands up here and says the guy's not big, nasty, and strong. He just went out there and beat two guys, you know. He is big and strong, but there's a lot of big and strong people around here that aren't afraid to get in the ring. A guy like Tony Atlas, Tommy Rich, myself, we'd be happy getting in that ring with Sterling Golden and test that orange squeeze of his out. I like to test it out. I don't think it's that tough.
Well, I'll tell you what. First of all, let me remind everybody that we'll be wrestling this coming Monday night in Madison. Also, this coming Thursday night in Marietta at the Cobb County Civic Center. The World Heavyweight Champion will be there. And Friday night at the Omni, you're going to have your chance, Stan.
That's right. You bring the Golden Squeeze, because I'm going to bring the Lariat at the Omni. Friday night, you try to strap it on me, because I'm big and nasty, too, and I'll get right down with you. And the Lariat's coming Friday night at the Omni. The Lariat against the Golden Squeeze. We'll see.
Tommy, you and Tony Atlas.
Yes, sir. Friday night, it's been a while since we done it together. You know, we used to be an old team. They called us TNT, and that meant dynamite. We got superstar Billy Graham and Mr. Austin Idol, the Heartthrob. Well, Mr. Heartthrob, you bring it down Friday night and bring that superstar, too, because I got a...
Well, you know, superstar Billy Graham, he had one go round with me, and he thought he was going to escape. But you let me tell you something. I got my main man, Tommy Rich, here, superstar. You really got Austin Idol, another muscle man. I really got TNT.
There you have it, Friday night at the Omni. It's Heartthrob, and it's Mr. Austin Idol.
Down in this whole state of Georgia, ever since I made my first appearance here and left, this place has not been the same since then. I've left thousands and thousands and thousands of women in distress, and they say, the promoters, they call the promoters in and say, what happened to Austin Idol? We saw him for 5 or 6 times. Where did he go? Why did you make him mad? What did you do to him? Weren't you paying enough money? What is going on here? Well, darling, here's the thing. Austin Idol is the greatest all-around athlete of all time, and I'm not a local bum, darling. I'm in San Francisco one night, Boston the next night, Philly the next night. But I'm here now, darling. The main thing is, for all you men out there, you better hold your ladies back, and when they come to the arenas, you better strap them into the seats, because I'll steal them all. I'm the sexiest, the prettiest, and the greatest of all time.
Wow, and also the most humble man I think I've ever known in my entire life. There's the bell. Tommy Wildfire Rich and Tony Atlas, tag team partners, moving out against Bill Howard and Carl Fergie. And that's Atlas against Fergie. They're back into the ring ropes. Fergie backing away as he almost got himself in trouble with Tommy Wildfire Rich. Good. Go behind. Heel block and take down, and Fergie trying to escape. Atlas with a float over. A good ride. Keeps the ride. Fergie drives back to the canvas, back into the ring ropes. The referee calls for the break. And so, good control by Tony Atlas, Mr. USA. Bill Howard moves in, wearing the maroon and gold trunks. Tony Atlas in the green trunks. This match, one fall with television time remaining. And Howard, a study in frustration. Tony Atlas moves in again. Top wrist lock by Bill Howard. And Atlas now could be having some problems. Tag is made. Fergie moves in once again. And now it's Tommy Rich moves in, making the tag with Tony Atlas and Tommy Wildfire Rich. Young man from Tennessee who is wildfire indeed. Fergie back on his feet again. Tommy Rich catches him aside headlock. Rich keeping total pressure on Carl Fergie. You can hear the chant being picked up here in the Channel 17 Sports Arena. Super 17 bringing you NWA sanctioned professional wrestling. Good shoulder smash by Tommy Rich. Rich caught that on a high hip toss. Rich trying to get back to his feet, breaks it up. Tag is made. Carl Fergie is in there, and it is now Tony Atlas moving in. Bill Howard moves in. Tony Atlas catches it on the side of the jaw. Howard now unloading a barrage on Tony Atlas now. Atlas smashed into the knee of Carl Fergie. Again, the tag is made. Now they're double teaming on Atlas. Now Tommy Wildfire Rich moves in. And what a combination. Bill Howard knocked from the ring, and it's Tony Atlas after Carl Fergie. Atlas pounding and driving away. High backdrop by Tony Atlas. Good headbutt that puts him down, and it's Tony Atlas. A count of 3, and as Bill Howard started to move in, Tommy Wildfire Rich broke that one up. What a dynamite combination. Certainly no question about that. TNT. Tommy and Tony, and you saw them. And, of course, this coming Friday night at the Omni in Atlanta, Bob, a chance to get even.
That's right, Bobby Heenan. I've always said good things come to those who wait. I've waited. I've got Ole Anderson, a man that is just as sneaky nasty as you, Heenan, and we are going to get it done. And when it's all over and we beat Ernie Ladd and that other geek killer Carl Cox, you are going to be swinging. Excuse me, Gordon. I want you to look right here. Look at this, baby. Look, Heenan, I want you to see you're going to be where you ought to be, brother. And when it's all over and me and Ole Anderson beat those boys, they're going to drop you out of this cage into my waiting arms, and I'm going to tear your head off.
That's all the time we have this week on Georgia Championship Wrestling. Until next time, Gordon Soley saying so long.
Channel Today, brought to you each and every week.
United man, as I say, a very dedicated athlete, and he has been 5 times world heavyweight champion. Harley Race had some comments that I think bear listening to at this time.
Dusty Rhodes and Tony Atlas, 2 people that have been thorns in my side, not only around this area, but all the way around the world. I have had people just keep running up to me and say, Dusty Rhodes is the man that beat you for the world's title. He's the man that holds a win over the world's champion. Tony Atlas has chased you out of every building in America. Wrestling, too. That name keeps coming up. So I made up my mind that you come down to it, let's get it all together. I'm going to find me a man. And I'm going to eliminate a couple of people in one match. Give me a tag team partner and give me Tony Atlas and Dusty Rhodes all together at the same time, and let's get it on. The world's champion is going to be in a tag team, and he's going to do business and take care of business like he's capable of doing.
Madison Square Garden, and on Monday night.
All the fans for their total support and pushing me towards this belt, and I'm just glad I got it.
I'll tell you one thing, of course, we saw earlier, of course, you've got a situation with this Baron von Raschke. I don't know how badly he's hurt now.
Well, Gordon, I'm going to tell you something. I didn't win this belt easy, and anybody that wants to come out here and start trying to push me around, just bring it on. Here's the belt, and here's the man to beat. So if you want a title shot, all you have to do is put your name on the line.
There you have it. Comments from Steve Kern, the Georgia heavyweight champion, and a very determined young man, and obviously he intends to maintain that title for quite some time to come. Kevin Sullivan moving out against Bobby Garrett. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. Garrett with the blue trunks, Sullivan with the black trunks. And Sullivan very quickly with an arm drag and twist. And Garrett hurdled from the ring by Kevin Sullivan. And Sullivan bringing Garrett back into the ring. Hurdles him out the other side. So Sullivan wasting no time whatsoever. As Garrett moves back in the ring, Sullivan uncorks the right hand. Sullivan down across the chest with the elbow. Sullivan drives a knee into the middle of the back of Bobby Garrett. Sullivan brings him up. Full body slam. Sullivan into a rear chin lock. Sullivan, who's known as the Boston Battler, using the elbow effectively that time in the top of the skull of Bobby Garrett. And so Garrett finds himself faced with a lot of problems here. To the ropes, and Garrett now with forearms to the back of Kevin Sullivan. Sullivan fires back. He exploded a right hand that time. And Garrett in trouble now. As he snap-mared to the canvas, and Sullivan drives a knee into the chest of Bobby Garrett. And again, Sullivan with that rear chin lock. Sullivan goes for an armbar. Garrett back to his feet. Garrett doubling up that right hand, but relinquished it as Sullivan put more pressure on him. And it was Garrett that time getting the side headlock. And a partial hammerlock, but Sullivan exposed with an elbow. Sullivan catches him a good solid forearm that time. Sullivan lateral press. Garrett powers out. Again, Sullivan back to the arm bar. Garrett trying to get back to his feet once again, and Sullivan continues to punish the shoulder and arm. Garrett back on his feet. Sullivan keeping the arm drag and twist. And Sullivan driving up under the arm now. Garrett finally breaks free, gets a forearm across the back of Kevin Sullivan. Arm whip Sullivan into the near turnbuckle. Comes back on with more forearm. Short chopping right hand. Another short chopping right hand. And Sullivan, Boston Battler beginning to explode now. And a Pier Sixer beginning here. Sullivan uncorks a right hand to the temple of Bobby Garrett. And it is Sullivan going for the figure four. Kevin Sullivan utilizing that figure four very quickly and very devastatingly on Bobby Garrett. And I want to take a moment to talk to Kevin about that figure four because it has proven to be highly successful with him. Kevin, I'm not sure that too many people are aware of the fact of how you have developed that figure four and how quickly you apply it.
Well, thank you very much, Gordon. You know, there's been things going on around here that you just can't win. You have to go out and hurt some people. And it starts tonight in Carrollton. Then I get that rat Mephisto. And it's going to end in the Omni. Because Mephisto, my charmer has told me, show him the power. There's thunder in this left, and there's lightning in this right. And if that don't get you, my 2 feet are going to walk on you, and I'm going to put tire tracks on your back, Mephisto, because I promised somebody one thing, and that was the butcher, that he doesn't have to worry about you. It'll be the match of the century. Animal against animal, and Mephisto, you're gone.
Interview area once again, and
you know, Gordon and Soley, Mark Lewin and Abdullah the Butcher, as a tag team combination, were unbeatable. They would have been the greatest tag team in the history of wrestling, but Abdullah has chosen to go another way. And you will travel a long, lonely road, Abdullah, just before I came into your life. Just before I came into your life, no one would have anything to do with you. You know, Sudan sits in the neighboring country, right across from my homeland, Saudi Arabia. And I speak the same language as Abdullah the Butcher. Now, Mark Lewin was taking Abdullah on a psychic journey. He was taking him to the golden city of Thuban, high in the hills of the Himalayas. But now, Abdullah, you have been discarded out of our lives completely. You have chosen your own way, and you must pay the consequence. No longer will you be associated with the great Mephisto or with the holy man. And there's only one thing I have to say, that in Carrollton, tonight, the great Mephisto will be there along with Mark Lewin. Now you talk about Kevin Sullivan keeping rats in a cage. Rats have a way of turning, and you remember that. Now, in the Omni, there is going to be another leak sprung in your head, Abdullah. You know, something rubbed off on Kevin Sullivan. He has picked up a little of your craziness. In my country, we call it Ikhwan Majnoon. That means that you are mentally deranged.
Well, thank you very much, sir. Our time is completely gone. Your man is scheduled to wrestle.
Please, Gordon, please. Please, wait, get over here.
Send him off into...
Ladies and gentlemen, this match will be one fall with a 10-minute time limit. From New York, weighing in at 238 pounds, Mark Lewin. His manager, the great Mephisto. His opponent from Jonesboro, Georgia, weighing in at 215 pounds, Zane Hickey.
Zane Hickey going out there against Mark Lewin, and Lewin caught him in the pit of the stomach at the very onset of the match. Using sort of a pile driver situation there, and Lewin again ripping away at Zane Hickey. Lewin again using the flat of the foot. Lewin catching Hickey coming off the ropes. He can call it a Shanghai sleeper if he wants to, but that is a sleeper hold. There's no question about it. And again, an extremely dangerous hold. The blood supply to the brain is cut short by pressing down across that carotid artery. And now it is Mephisto's responsibility to trying to get Lewin separated now from the opponent. He has broken him free. It now remains Mephisto's responsibility to reawaken this fallen adversary. This is Zane Hickey. There you see the strange and weird eyes of Mark Lewin. Hickey coming around now, and we'll be back in a moment.
Look at Ole Anderson shooting his mouth off again, jumping on Mike Davis. I came in. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Ole, you went too far this time. You know, you tricked everybody in the wrestling business. You tricked all the wrestling fans. You even tricked your own brother, and you turned on your own family. But you've gone too far. You don't play stupid in this game. You don't play stupid in this game, and you're playing stupid. You back yourself into a match. You back yourself into a corner that I don't think you're going to work yourself out of, Ole Anderson. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think you're going to work yourself out of it. And if you do, and there's anything left of you, I want it. And I'll start right tonight in Griffin. Do you understand that? I will start tonight, Ole Anderson.
Well, there you have it, the comments from Lars Anderson. And he'll be in Griffin tonight, of course. The eyes of the wrestling world right now all concentrating on this one match. Dusty Rhodes and Andre the Giant, the eighth wonder of the world, against Ole and Gene Anderson, rather, the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. And remember, it'll be the last match in Georgia for either Ole Anderson or Dusty Rhodes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match will be one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, weighing in at 236 pounds, Mr. Wrestling number 2. And we're waiting on his opponent to enter the ring, weighing in at 300 pounds, Mr. X.
Mr. X going up against Wrestling number 2. Mr. X attacking Wrestling 2. Before that bell ever rang, and while Wrestling 2 had his back turned. And this could be another one of the hirelings of the Superstar. I can only assume that this is true. The Superstar has been hiring a bunch of people to try and eliminate Wrestling 2. And this Mr. X, big and powerful, may be doing just that. He's got Wrestling 2 on the canvas and Wrestling 2 in a lot of trouble. He was Sunday punched by Mr. X before the bell ever rang. Pearl Harbored, his back was turned. Wrestling 2 in a lot of trouble out there. Mr. X, a big, powerful man, must go over 300 pounds. Wrestling 2 firing back to the midsection now. A headbutt that puts Wrestling 2 back to the ring ropes. And Wrestling 2 trying to get it together, but Mr. X with that early momentum hands him up a full body slam. Wrestling 2 grabbing that mask, and Mr. X trying to get the mask off Wrestling 2. Mr. X pulling at the mask of Wrestling 2. Pulling after that mask, Wrestling 2 turning into his man. Wrestling 2 explodes to the midsection, one to the side of the head. And Wrestling 2 now now exploding with everything that he's got. Tremendous second effort here. Wrestling 2. Whips his man off the rope. Caught him in the pit of the stomach coming off those ropes. And Mr. X is down, and Wrestling 2 is after him again. Wrestling 2, a hooking right hand. Wrestling 2 has him off the ropes, a high, high backdrop. As Mr. X back on the canvas once again. And Wrestling 2 sets. Drives into that knee lift that puts Mr. X back to the canvas. That was a short knee lift, and Wrestling 2 is waiting. Mr. X trying to get back to his feet. And Wrestling 2 charges him. Wow! There was that $1 million knee. And it is all over for Mr. X. All over for Mr. X. And so, obviously, another situation here. Wrestling 2 still not satisfied. Ripped that mask off. Trying to get a look at his face, but we couldn't do it. We couldn't get a look at that face. We tried. And now the assassin's out here. And a confrontation going on.
You can't escape. I don't care what you do or where you go. You're a marked man. You want some of me? Get your honey in here now, pal. Talk's cheap, but just remember my words. You are a marked man. Let me tell you something, Gordon Soley. Let me tell the people in the viewing audience, and especially I'm going to tell Mr. Wrestling number 2 something.
Welcome to Georgia Championship Wrestling. During this exciting hour, you'll see Kevin Sullivan in action. You'll see the incredible man from Sudan, Abdullah the Butcher. You'll meet one of the most rugged men in wrestling, Bruiser Brody. Mr. Wrestling number 2, Mr. Excitement, Dick Slater, the Georgia Heavyweight Champion, the Superstar, Wildfire himself, Tommy Rich, and the Georgia Tag Team Champions, Koloff and Smirnoff. Now here's your host, the nationally syndicated wrestling commentator, Gordon Soley.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and welcome to Georgia Championship Wrestling. And it's time for another first here on Georgia Championship Wrestling. Along with me at ringside right now is Officer M.C. Cox of the Atlanta Police Department. And right here in this briefcase, we'll show it to you a little bit later on, $25,000 in cash. You heard me correctly, $25,000 in cash. And we'll be talking to Paul Jones about that and what it's for a little bit later on in the show. We've got a lot of exciting matches coming up, as you heard, so we'll be back with our first match right after we pause. Sullivan, also, I want to bring in the money that we had in the briefcase.
Bring that in. Let's get a look at that.
And I also want to...
How about promoter Paul?
Yes, absolutely. I want to get Mr. Jones over here because this is a first, and certainly a first here on television. There's no question about that.
I'll take it over here. Is that what you want over here?
Are they giving free samples of that away?
No, Kevin, that is something that is not a free sample, I can assure you of that, but somebody is going to win it.
Gordon, this is why I'm in Georgia. This is the greatest prize state. It's about Christmas time. The promoters here are really showing the Christmas spirit. I just can't believe all this money. The other thing is, there's a lot of champions in this area, and you definitely get a chance, if you prove yourself, to get a shot at any title here. Like I said, this kind of money would do me fine, make me a good Christmas present, be able to relax on the beach someplace really easy.
Fair enough. Kevin, thank you so very, very much. I appreciate that, and congratulations on a fine victory.
Thank you very much, Good.
I want to take a moment right now to bring in Governor Paul Jones, because as I said before, of course, this is a, a television first. And over the years, this man has been known as the Dean of Wrestling Promoters. He's been the bright innovator of professional wrestling, and certainly this $25,000 purse for a battle royal is something else again, sir.
I'll guarantee you it's the biggest purse you can get. And that's a lot of money, and they're going to really be out there fighting for it.
Certainly no question about that. And again, my congratulations to you. I think this is a fine, fine gesture, and it should create a lot of interest.
Thank you very much. And I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy, Happy New Year.
There you have it. The comments from Paul Jones. And as I said, of course, there's $25,000 right here that, well, is going to make somebody out of a battle royal, a very, very happy person indeed. But in case you've never seen that much at one time, there it is. And now, gentlemen, if you'll close that up, that makes me just a tad nervous. And, well, we'll be back in just a moment.
Abdullah the Butcher. His opponent from New York, weighing in at 230 pounds, Curtis Brazil. Your referee is Tommy Weathers.
Curtis Brazil moving out against Abdullah the Butcher. One fall with a 10-minute time limit. Abdullah, of course, one of the most awesome opponents in professional wrestling, a very, very dangerous. And Brazil very quickly hurtled to the canvas, and Abdullah has not changed a bit. He's still the same kind of competitor. Brazil back on his feet, and it is Abdullah hurdling him outside the ring. Brazil trying to get back in, but he's being caught by the feet of the man from Sudan. Short, quick chop to the head. Now it is Abdullah again, a forearm across the chest, and again Brazil back on the concrete outside the ring. Coming up very, very slowly indeed. Now moves back into the ring, and it is Abdullah the Butcher catching him again on the side of the jaw. The headbutt that puts Brazil back to the canvas. And so Brazil has not moved effectively. Now fires to the midsection, but it had little or no effect. Fires again and again. Abdullah the Butcher with a headbutt that puts Brazil back to the canvas. He brings him high, and he crashes down with him. Abdullah the Butcher comes down using that elbow so very, very effectively. No pin. He pulled him up before the pin. Pulled him on his feet before the pin. Full slam. And it is Abdullah the Butcher going across the ring. The back of the elbow. It is all over. Curtis Brazil totally destroyed by Abdullah the Butcher. And the referee now trying to get Abdullah the Butcher to release Curtis Brazil. Brazil took a tremendous pounding, a tremendous beating at the hands and feet and body of this. And Abdullah the Butcher now, more boots, but now both referees getting set to move Brazil out of the way. And so Abdullah the Butcher, after a long absence, obviously back and just as mean, just as strong, and just as devastating as ever before. Well, talking about big, strong, mean men, in just a moment we're going to be switching to Texas, where we're going to watch another man in action who is well over 300 pounds. He's about 6 feet 7, 6 feet 8 inches tall. He's known as Bruiser Brody, and he is an exceptionally dangerous man in that squared circle, as we're going to see in just a moment. Let's say we're going to be turning to Texas and taking a look at this man. So at this time, let's go to Texas and this match with Bruiser Brody, and let's see what happens.
Here it is, another all-star wrestling battle, and in the ring, two men making their first appearance in all-star wrestling. We'll go to the first one, a big man, a totally a giant, a powerful man, a big figure from Santa Fe, New Mexico, weighing 325 pounds, Bruiser Brody. His opponent from Mobile, Alabama, 226 pounds, Terry Latham. Terry Latham, Bruiser Brody. And I see right away on the far side is Colonel Buck Robley taking a jacket of Bruiser Brody. And this could possibly be the newest member of the Colonel's Army. I do not know exactly whether it is, but it would not surprise me. Nothing the Colonel does would surprise me. Bruiser Brody, a towering figure. He must be at least 6'6" tall, 325 pounds. Throws Latham across. Latham comes off hard, runs into the jaw. Oh, look at Bruiser, just pick him up like a baby, high in the air. And Latham holds on to that grip and takes Brody off his feet. Bruiser Brody. I am totally sure that this is a name that will stick into the minds of wrestling fans for a long time. Look at the agility of that man. Jumping high in the air, fantastic. Bruiser Brody unloaded one on Latham, put him down hard. The elbow just pops on the back of the neck of Terry Latham. And Bruiser Brody taking complete control. Bruiser Brody again, hammers away. The kick to the jaw. Latham in trouble in the corner directly above me. All the way on the far side. That kicked again to the jaw. Oh no. On the far side, people are hollering about the possibility of body, and I do not know exactly what on, but Terry Latham is angry and he's battling back. Battling against a big, powerful Bruiser Brody. Latham in trouble. Brody throws him across the ring. Then catches him and he comes off. Look at that! Look at that! And the vicious body slam. Down goes Latham. Bruiser Brody looking out at him. Look out! Oh! Elbow right to the point of the throat. Latham now grabs the leg. He's going for, looks like the Boston Crab. There it is. The brutal Boston Crab. One of the most feared holds in wrestling. Latham forced to give up. Bruiser Brody. Powerful figure with a big win in his first appearance on All-Star Wrestling.
Well, there you have it, an idea of what this man Bruiser Brody is all about, and he is exceptionally dangerous. There's no question about that, as you could very, very well see. Over 300 pounds, about 6 feet 7, 6 feet 8 inches tall. Here's another fellow I want to talk to right now, though, the very, very popular Mr. USA, Tony Atlas.
Well, you know, I'm sitting out here, me and my main man, Oda Anderson, we sitting back here watching Abdullah the Butcher and this big Bruiser Brody, you know. Both of them men, you know, they big men, they rugged men, and they main intention in that ring is to hurt somebody. But I'm standing next to a man right now that had hurt a lot of people in the past, and you know, Abdullah came back to the area, and every time somebody mentioned Abdullah's name, my head started hurting because he was the only man in here that bust my head open so many times. It seemed like he got an enjoyment out of doing it. And then they got this big Bruiser Brody, and they go, Bruiser Brody gonna come in here. He think he gonna do the same thing as the Butcher did, but I think me and Oda Anderson and Tommy Rich and a few other of us, we got some other ideas about what they gonna do when they come in here.
No question about that, and of course Tuesday night at the Omni, Christmas Wrestling Spectacular.
Well, Christmas night's going to be a big night because Thunderbolt Patterson and I are going to go after those Georgia Tag Team Championship belts that Mr. Koloff and Mr. Smirnoff now have. We're going to do everything we can to get those belts, and I'm sure it's going to be a nice Christmas present for everybody if Bolt and I are successful. And, of course, then they've got that two-ring Battle Royal. 20-some guys entered, $25,000, and you know anytime you get a bunch of people in the ring, you're going to have a lot of excitement going on. And I know that when Christmas comes, there's going to be somebody 25 grand richer. There might be some belts changing hands, and I know Tony's going to be a big part of it also.
Let me ask you one question. You're going to be wrestling in Porterdale, too, in the near future, aren't you?
Porterdale the 28th. Tony and I are both going to be down in Porterdale. That's on Friday the 28th. We're looking forward to seeing all our friends in Porterdale, and I know Tony's got something about that Abdullah.
That's right. You know, Abdullah, I saw you beat the man, and you wouldn't let the man up. You kept dropping elbows on him. But you let me tell you something, Abdullah. You drop an elbow in this 52-inch chest, and I'm going to get up and slap some hair on your head.
Welcome this man back to Georgia Championship Wrestling.
Hiya, Gordon. Good to be back. Needless to say,
You know, we have a guy running around here claiming to be me, using my name for his fame, his fortune. But I tell you what, he's going to gain nothing by it. You know, a little word to all my little buddies out there, boys, girls, men and women. I say this to you. The name don't make the person. The person makes the name. And this man is trying to capitalize on my name and everything that I've worked so hard for. And he's not going to do that.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just take a moment to remind everybody that we'll be wrestling tonight in Augusta at the Bell Auditorium, a big holiday card. Also tonight in Carrollton, and of course wrestling returns to Marietta tomorrow night and to Rome this coming Thursday night, and of course next Friday night wrestling action in Porterdale. But of course the Christmas night spectacular at the Omni in Atlanta, and you're going to have a chance. The loser will unmask. It's a steel cage match.
That's right, Gordon. The last time I had an opportunity to get a hold of this man, he got away from me. This time he can't get away. Of course, neither can I. Maybe he's better than I think he is. I don't know. But he's going to get the chance to prove it. If he wants the name, let's see if he can hold up what comes with it. And I'm talking about wrestling. We'll see what kind of wrestler this man really is. Steel cage match in the Omni. No way out. A mask have got to go. Whether it be mine or whether it be his. I promise you people one thing. There will be a mask coming off.
It's in Georgia Heavyweight Championship match. Now this match is underway. You're the champion. You're defending that title against Dick Slater. This was the last night of wrestling at the auditorium in Atlanta. Slater utilizing the ring ropes to force a break. A good clean break on your part, no question about that. Off the ropes, you missed with a wild right. Slater comes back, connects, staggers you slightly. Slater connects again. And earlier in the match, of course, the fists. Now watch, this is the interesting point. Now.
The referee just got in the way right here, and I understand that Mr. Slater's complaining about the fact that I should have been disqualified. Well, he should have been disqualified right there because he hit the referee. Now, I'm not going to stand out here and run down Dick Slater. He was a former Georgia Heavyweight champion, but I felt right here, as you'll see, I normally don't ever turn my back on my opponent unless I'm sure of victory. Now, at that point, I was distinguishing, and I heard a 3 count. Now, there's a little bit of argument here because I should have been disqualified or he should have been disqualified. As you can see, once again, I felt at that particular time that I should be the winner.
Well, obviously you did feel that way, sir, and I won't dispute your reasons for thinking that, according to your opinion.
A 3 count, and he said he only had a 2 count.
Well, the match resumes once again, and Slater using the back of the elbow. Now, watch here. It appears that you're trying to throw him over that top.
I just lost my balance. If you can see, I lost my balance and went through the rope, and he was up in the air at a particular time.
Excellent salto by Dick Slater. Slater comes in, crashes down with that elbow. And now you're leaving the ring.
I'm just trying to regain my senses. You don't think I'm going to put my belt on the line and be dizzy-headed?
Well, that's a point. Good block by Slater on the atomic knee drop. He retaliates very quickly. You're unable to block it. It's Slater getting set to move back into the ring before that count of 10. No question about this. And now the count is on the Georgia heavyweight champion, the superstar, coming in rather slowly.
At this point, I felt that he should be disqualified because he didn't give me the opportunity to get back in that ring in the proper count.
Well, in other words, obviously, to your way of thinking or to his way of thinking, a no disqualification match would be in order.
I don't particularly enjoy no disqualification matches, particularly when my belt's at stake. I don't ever think a champion should be involved in a no disqualification match. There's too much to lose.
Well, that's an interesting observation. All right, at this point, Slater charges. The referee knocked out of the ring. Into a rolling reverse. He's got, and there, no question about it. It was your impetus that hurtled him over that top rope.
I think I'm sitting there planning to throw him over the top rope. It was an accident. Now, he went and he complained about the fact that I deliberately did that. The referee was knocked down twice, and he's the individual who hit the referee on both occasions, not me. I simply threw him off of me when he was attempting to pin me. He went over the top rope. The referee saw that, and I'm disqualified. You think I premeditatedly planned that?
Well, I'm not going to be the judge of that, sir, but I just wanted everybody to have an opportunity to see exactly what did happen. We've had a lot of requests to show this on the air because of the number of people who were turned away that particular evening, and it was controversy.
Again, I don't feel that at any particular time I should put this belt up in a no disqualification match. I've got too much to lose and nothing to gain.
Okay, thank you very much. The superstar, the Georgia heavyweight champion, explaining his point of view, and certainly I think he was entitled to do exactly that. Now here's the Special Wrestling Federation champion and outstanding athlete, Bob Backlund. Let's turn it over to Freddie Miller.
Thank you, Gordon, very much. Fans, here he is then from Princeton, Minnesota, one of the hardest working athletes and a man who's achieved great success, the worldwide
champion. May I just say that he's an absolute bear about workouts. He's an outstanding young athlete. And speaking about outstanding young athletes, there's one with me right now, Tommy Wildfire Rich.
Yes, I'd like to welcome Bob Backlund to the, to the wrestling area, The man, he's done good, That's a heck of a thing to have the, the World WWF belt, and I'd just like to congratulate him and wish all the wrestling fans and everybody else a very Merry Christmas. It's that time of the year, and right here in Georgia, there'll be a whole lot of things going on. As a matter of fact, right here, Christmas Day, they're having a Christmas Day spectacular right here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm looking forward to it and being in it, and just like I said, I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Well, obviously, of course, at the Omni in Atlanta, it's going to be an outstanding day, and you're Mr. Dick Slater going after the Georgia heavyweight champion, no disqualification.
Yes, and I'd like to wish Dick a lot of luck. That belt means an awful lot to me right now, because just like I said, the man that has that belt will have a shot at Harley Race, and I know how bad Dick would like a shot at Harley Race, so I'm wishing Dick Slater the best of the luck. And Superstar, I'm just telling you, I know how bad Slater wants you. He wants you just like I would want you if I was in the ring. So I'm wishing Slater the best of luck, and I'm looking forward to that two-ring battle royal, too. You got two chances. You start in one ring, and they put you in the other for $15,000, and that'd be a heck of a Christmas present, and I'm looking forward to it.
$25,000 two-ring battle royal. We'd also like to remind you, of course, that wrestling will be in Adel next Friday night, and also this coming Tuesday afternoon, 3:30 at the Civic Coliseum in Knoxville, Tennessee.
This tag team event will be one fall with a TV time limit. Introducing first from Russia at a combined weight of 510 pounds, the Georgia Tag Team Champions, the Russian Bear Ivan Koloff and Alexis Smirnov. Koloff and Smirnov, the Georgia Tag Team Champions. Their opponents from Marietta, Georgia, weighing in at 265 pounds, Big Bill Dromo. His partner from Riverdale, Georgia, weighing in at 235 pounds, Marvin Turner.
Big Bill Dromo and Marvin Turner going up against Alexis Smirnov and Ivan Koloff. That's Dromo in the brown trunks, Koloff in the black trunks in the ring, and it is Koloff utilizing the ring ropes, forcing the break. Koloff complaining to the referee. Tag is made. Alexis Smirnov moves in, and it is Dromo. Bring him into a top wrist lock, but again, Smirnov makes the tag. Side headlock by Koloff, but again the tag is made, and so this Russian combination tagging in and out with a great amount of rapidity here. Another tag, Smirnov tags up, and they're keeping Dromo trapped as close as they can to their side of the ring. However, Dromo's made it out more to the center now. Dromo turns into his man. Again, the tag is made. Great teamwork between these two. Of course, they are the Georgia Tag Team Champions. Dromo trying to escape from that bear hug. Dromo slips those arms inside. Does break free. And again, the tag was made as Koloff moves in. And so Dromo has been unable at this point to get over and tag up. Koloff bringing him up into a massive bear hug once again. Dromo grinding away at the face of Ivan Koloff. Dromo gets an arm inside. A reverse hook on the head. Dromo trying to get down to slam his man if he can, but it is a back out by Koloff. Koloff backing away, makes the tag. You see again, they have got their teamwork down absolutely precise. Standing guillotine or abdominal stretch. And getting some extra leverage there beyond the sight of the... and now a tag is made. Drummond breaks it up, but it is Koloff catching him from behind once again. Koloff going for the same standing guillotine, and it is a Drummond. Adding that extra height gave him a little advantage there. Smirnoff, a boot to the head, chest rather. Drummond, good reversal on Smirnoff. Backdrops him into the center of the ring. Drummond makes the tag with Marvin Turner, and Turner moves in. Turner, his first time in the ring in this match. Again, you see the tag is made. Turner taken to the canvas. Koloff fires him off. Catches him with that Russian boot coming in. Turner whipped into the ropes again. High backdrop by Koloff. Koloff again makes the tag with Smirnoff. Double boots to the midsection. Double boots to the midsection. Well, almost a power slam by Smirnoff. No, sir. Came out before the count of 3. And it is Smirnoff hooking that arm, makes the tag with Koloff once again. Special thanks to our crew today. On camera, Scott Marks, Bob Beal, and Ron Sutton. On video, Ernie Watts and Ron Jeter. On audio, Cynthia Tyler. My director, the cool one, Dick Dodson. Turner, you notice the way the Russian team has stayed primarily in their own corner, as close to it as possible. They obviously... Fireman carry by Turner, trying to get over to escape. Gennady was blocked. Koloff down on his stomach that time. Koloff brings him up once again. Full slam on Turner. Koloff, apparently trying to move him into a full Boston Crab, has him that way. And there you can see some extra leverage again. The referee checking those shoulders, but... and the referee telling Drummond to get back in his corner, but Koloff continues to apply the pressure with that full Boston Crab. Turner into the ropes, and the referee calls for the break. Again, the tag is made. Smirnoff moves into the ring. And it is Smirnoff now going to the full Boston Crab. And again, no, sir, the referee calling for the break because he saw that boot. Koloff coming off that second ring rope, catches Turner in the back. Did not allow the pin, but Turner was trying to power out. Snapmare. Turner makes the tag, and it is Koloff trying to catch Drummond coming in, and Drummond caught again. Now the tag is made. Drummond whipped off, caught by Alexis Smirnoff, who had made the tag. Smirnoff with the forearm. Drummond is staggered. Drummond whipped up those ropes. The tag is made again. It is Koloff driving a knee to the midsection. Snapmare that takes Drummond to the canvas. Drummond whipped off the rope once again. Another high backdrop. Drummond comes up, catches Koloff, makes the tag. Marvin Turner moves in. Turner crashes down. Koloff rolls out of the way. Tag was made, and it is... then again, you see the tag is made. Koloff catches him. Again, the tag is made. Quickly tagging in and out. Precision team again. Another tag. The count is on. They caught him coming down across his knee, but he still had a legal count. He was within the count of 4. So this Russian duo of Smirnov and Koloff have found another very effective weapon to defend their Georgia Tag Team Championship. The fact that they were able to accomplish that within the 4-second limit that they are allowed between tags. So, gentlemen...
You seen that teamwork out there, Sully?
I did indeed, sir.
There is no other team in all the world like Smirnoff and Koloff, the Georgia Tag Team champions.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. Our time is completely gone. To all of you, from all of us, a very, very happy holiday season.
Thanks for watching Georgia Championship Wrestling. The announcers on this program were employed by Georgia Championship Wrestling Incorporated. Join us next time for more action and excitement. The top wrestlers in the world today on Georgia Championship Wrestling.
All of a 10-minute time.